Excuse me.
Важливі
Sorry.
слова, і треба кожній людині ці слова пам'ятати. І дуже правильно казати, що ми якраз є ця крапля у цьому британському морі в цей момент, яка зможе показати всім людям, що насправді відбувається в Україні. Дякую вам гарно за те, що ви сьогодні сюди прийшли і це сказали, друже. Дуже гарно. And I would like to mention something else, my friends, about something that Anya has said. The Russians are not going to stop Russia. Truly. More accurate words than these have not been spoken in this rally. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. A more accurate representation of the current Russian regime and the Russian people has not been spoken yet. I have been in yesterday's, or rather in the same day that Navalny has died, me and some other of our friends here, like Ames here, our regular camera lady, very professional camera lady, we've come to the Russian embassy to speak to the Russians who were mourning the death of Alexei Navalny. And we asked them, what would happen to Russia now? What will be the consequences of Navalny's death? And most importantly, what are they going to do? There was a lot of outrage, a lot of sadness, and we understand that. We can identify ourselves with that. However, all of this outrage and all of this sadness was not backed by any will whatsoever to change the current situation. And that is the real crux of the question right now. Sure, the Russians will say they support us, sure. They will say that Navalny was the opposition to Putin and they opposed Putin. But what is that worth if they will do nothing in opposition? If they will stand aside and simply hope in silence that others do the job for them? It's worthless. My friends, we must not go the same way. And perhaps if anything else, the Russians could learn one thing in particular with the Ukrainian people: the ability to act when it's necessary. This inaction in Russia has been going for a very long time now. This inaction has not stopped with any of the shameless criminal acts of the Russian terrorist regime. This inaction continues, and the cup just never overflows, it seems. No matter how much more blood Putin pours in there, the cup never overflows. The Russians will never act, they will never change their country, not without a little push. And that push, my friends, is what we can do. If the whole world shows the Russians that there is no future with Putin, if the whole world shows the Russians that there is no light at the end of the tunnel if they continue to follow this abyss after their Vysyoly Dedushka, the happy grandpa, unless that happens, my friends, the Russians will continue to simply lower their heads and say they hope that things change. What is hope worth without action? What are good ideals worth without any power to back them up? Nothing. This is the situation in which we are right now, my friends. And I would like to say to every single one of you, thank you for being here, and thank you for making that action happen. Thank you for taking that action into your own hands. That power, that freedom that we have in this free country, in this great country that we are in right now. This is not a power, this is not a freedom that is available everywhere. And it is hilarious to me personally when people come to this country and they continue to trash talk it, saying that it's not free. This is one of the freest countries in the world. Thank you very much. This is one of the best countries in the world. This is a country that spearheads the help for the Ukrainian people. The Ukrainian people support the West. The Ukrainian people admire the West. They see themselves as a part of the West. But if the West does not do what's necessary to help the Ukrainian people who have thank you very much, who have sacrificed so much for world peace, more than any other nation in the world, then what are those good ideals worth? What is that silent support worth? Come with us, my friends, join us, and together we can make that change happen. All together we will win.
All together.